two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises. One of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson. Drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Now Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Back to throw, Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Steelers at 5 and 10 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try to put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go option to the short side. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job 1 paramount. Because you cough it up here.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it out in order to try to get the upset win.
So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at the 34. Pickett to throw on first down. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. Harris running straight ahead. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum, because they pitched a shutout last week. And I don't care who you're playing. That's not easy to do at this level. And they're playing their best football at the right time of year.
Trying with Pickett here on third down.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
David Ojabo able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers.
Dobbins hit and he fumbles.
But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9. Pickett, pass complete. George Pickens with it.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Pickett. And he fires one, but incomplete. Madden rising now on to put this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend with the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, 2 cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, Pickett. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he'll be tackled on the other. Field at the 46-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's
on for the 3rd time. Jackson going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Pickett now on 1st down.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Pickett. He's got this to Pickens.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10, here's Pickett.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Completes this one to Pickens.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 37. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Pickett right back to the air again.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Pickett sets up play action.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Rolling to his left.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
The give, this is Harris.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go until halftime.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Second down, here's an option right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So we've come.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs
at their own 25-yard line.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
On the move to his left.
That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And they'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Pickett back to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Pickett.
That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And let's face
face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
66 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Pickett will look to pass it.
It's complete to Watt. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Pickett. Finds Pickens out right.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start with the option.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. This is a pretty good kick. Here's Jackson.
It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
A run with Harris out of the
shotgun. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now in Baltimore. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Completes it to Watt. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. His throw is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd and goal, Pickett. Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by David Ojabo. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the interception, here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. This is caught by Robinson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Quickly, but it's incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun, here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone, and touchdown Steelers. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, you shouldn't take the foot off the game.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Pushes past, and he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth-quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Jackson. He finds Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards. From midfield now, here's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Again, Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They'll start the drive, and he coughed it up. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 20. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Jackson now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.